So why did I paint the hidden nature of a cook in such an unusual way? Meaning that I started with the upper part of the face and then painted the hands and left out the raw meat, which I did when finalizing the painting. So there are two reasons for that. I'm not a professional painter and I don't like do sketches. I don't do them. Because for me the creamy texture of all colors gives me much pleasure when I add oil, when I'm mixing up the colors. So I'm a very intuitional painter and I do it to have pleasure while painting. The second reason is quite familiar to the first point, because I started painting during the pandemic in 2020, where I really felt the isolation and felt so disconnected from people and the world outside, so that I restarted painting after more than 30 years, because as a kid I did painting. And I used oil colors as well at the age of 8. So when I restarted painting, I was drawn to human faces and to the expression of people I knew. And I think this is a sign for loneliness. I felt lonely, so it was a method for me, a tool to cope with. And so when I started to paint those faces, I felt better, and I put my painting progress during the lockdowns on my WhatsApp status, and the number of viewers grew. And so 1 year later, I started to publish my portraits on the social, on Insta, on TikTok, and on Facebook, and the numbers of viewers grew. And when I was off painting, they started to write me, what's going on? Why don't you go on with painting? I'm so curious who it will be this time and what expression you wanna paint. So those two naturally are the reasons why I painted the hidden nature of a cook in this way. I did it during last winter, and I did not publish the title The Hidden Nature of a Cook, so people did not know that I was painting a cook I know personally, naturally. And in order to connect more, I wanted the people to guess this time, what's the person holding in his hands? And it was so nice, because people, they made more than 200 guesses, if not even more. And they were like, naturally they were thinking of food. Maybe he's smelling a juicy hamburger, but especially women said, yeah, maybe he's smelling on a rose, or he's holding a photo of his beloved one in his hands. Maybe he's sad and smelling on the clothes of his past women. And naturally, men asked, maybe it's underwear. Yeah, it had to be logically this question as well. And there were also herbs and something like that. And after a few days, I painted the meat, and this was really nice again, because I was so surprised that not even the vegetarians said, oh, so disgusting. No, they did not, because they liked what they saw, because they wrote me, it's so nice that one sees the meat, when he even feels the odor of the meat and how it feels in his hands. So it's a very sensual painting, and they all liked it. So it was only a guessing game for me to connect with people. And honestly, painting for me is much easier than connecting with words in society of these days, which is totally polarized, and it's so difficult to connect with words, because often one gets misunderstood. And with the paintings, it does not happen. I don't know why, but I like this way to connect.